What's up, bitches? It's in the money. How's it going? It's been a minute. I haven't been doing well. I mean, 2 years ago, I was in the middle of psychosis.
I'm out of my goddamn mind. I am out of my goddamn mind.
So I'm not in psychosis. It's chemo, and I have sequelae, which means I have leftover stuff from having autoimmune encephalitis. My vision's all fucked up. I see after images. Things look trippy, kind of like I'm on some sort of hallucinogen. Anyway, stock market news is so goddamn useless. It is so useless because when the stock's heading up, everyone's like, the Fed's right on top of the ball. They're gonna cut the right amount of interest rates down so that we're gonna have a soft landing. It's gonna be perfect. And then today the stock market just goes from up 1% and then it drops 1%. And all of a sudden the news is filled with, oh, they might not nail the soft landing. It might be a little bit more messy. We could enter a recession, blah, blah, blah. These people are not, you can't, listen, I made a video saying a recession's inbound. And I made that based on historical data. And it's made on a basis of probability. When I think about, are we going to enter a recession, the probability is higher than 50%. And so I'm willing to put some skin in the game and say that we're probably heading into a recession. Why? Because the Fed has to basically nail everything, meaning keep inflation down and then cut rates at just the right pace to keep unemployment low and keep the economy chugging along at a good pace and keep GDP, positive. So I make those claims on a basis of you kind of have to nail this, which has happened in the past, but you kind of have to nail it to have a soft landing. And so it's more likely than not that we're not going to have a soft landing and that we may enter a recession. And it could be a small recession in the next few months. That's my opinion, And so what would I do as my strategy? Well, if you're on my Patreon, which you can join down below, you'll know everything about what my strategy is. And my strategy mostly comprises of staying in QQQ as my home base, like half my portfolio in QQQ, half in like different stocks. And then I'm just kind of staying conservative. I'm running the wheel on Amazon. And then I don't have any leaps open. And this is like the first time I don't have any leaps open. Usually I'm like full bullish on stocks, like all the time. I always have leaps open. I have zero. I have zero leaps open. I have never once thought that it was a good idea to not be at least slightly leveraged to the upside. In fact, there's I don't know why I deleted my Discord and made a whole new one because I had this huge channel of like just hundreds of questions that people asked me and I answered, and that could be really useful information. You can ask me questions in my Patreon. Again, I'm gonna keep pushing people that way because YouTube fucking pays me like $20 a day. It's not enough. So if you want to join my Patreon, I highly encourage it because you can ask me questions whenever you want, and I'll get back to you with all the information you need. But what the fuck was I saying? It's the brain thing, I forget what I was fucking saying. Sorry, Mom and Dad, I'm swearing a lot in this one because I just want to be authentic. I think part of, I'm just gonna shift gears here, but part of what I've learned through this whole experience of autoimmune encephalitis and having doctors like the very first doctor, if she had just given me steroids right off the rip instead of waiting 7 months to give me steroids while I was in psychosis, like, hey, let's just throw steroids at it, I wouldn't have the sequelae of being like everything's tripping on, like I'm tripping on acid or something like that. But what would have taken away from this whole nasty experience is that I'm not the person I used to be, and I don't feel like the person I used to be, and I want to be authentic to who I am now. And so that means that right now, that just means what you see is what you get.
So what you see is what you get.
I just think that it's more likely that we're gonna hit a recession than not. Will we for sure? Nobody knows. Nobody knows if tomorrow's gonna be green or red. Nobody knows what the interest rate cut decision is. Like right here, I'm looking at the probability. It's a 35% chance that we cut 25 basis points and 65% chance that we cut by 50 basis points. Is that right? Yeah, 50 basis points. And some are calling for a 75 basis point cut, which is actually hilarious in my opinion. Nobody knows exactly what's going to happen, but you can always play probabilities, right? So you can always go, Well, if they have to nail it perfectly with this really blunt tool of interest rates, there's a greater than 50% chance that we're heading into a recession. And so if there's a greater than 50% chance that we're heading into a recession, you might as well play it like that. But since there's like a 30%, let's say it's a 30% chance that we don't head into a recession and that we actually nail a soft landing. Well, my portfolio is positioned for both, because if it goes up and continues to go up, the stock market continues to go up, we nail a soft landing, great. I'm long stocks, I'm long QQQ. I'm going to make money. And if we hit the soft landing, everything goes smooth, I'll just go right back to jumping into leaps again. Not over allocating, not going over 10, 15%, not really 10% of my portfolio. So I'll just go back to that. Or if we tank, my whole portfolio tanks, but then I get to do what? I get to leverage my portfolio and enjoy the rebound as it goes up. And in that sense, I'm buying the dip by leveraging myself. Now, there are some risks to that, because if I leverage too soon, I could leverage myself into the Earth's core. That's my strategy going forward. And I keep my patrons updated on my strategy, on news, and answer all questions that are sent to my DMs. I'm fucking sick of YouTube, because I have put my heart and soul into this, all the content I've created on YouTube, especially the long form content, the ones with like 5-6 million views or 2 million views, and I'm getting paid $20 a day. And I know part of that's been I've been like absent for 3 years, so that plays a part. But it's just like, goddamn, like I put so much work into this, and I'm getting paid like $20 a day. Not to be super ungrateful, because $20 a day is like really, off of making YouTube. It's nice, but like I just think I genuinely think I offer more value than $20 a day to the people that are watching my videos. I mean, goddamn, I basically have a masterclass, like 3 masterclasses on options trading. I want to start moving more people towards my Patreon, because I want to make more money, obviously, and then I want to talk to people. I want to answer questions again. I want to keep people up to date on the news and give my opinion on the news and that kind of stuff. So life is how would I put it? Shitty. I'm back. How do I describe? I wake up in anxiety soup. I don't feel like I know what to do with days. I feel lost and confused, and don't know what my life is going to look like going forward. And this chemo is killing me slowly. I can drink caffeine. And that's why I'm making this video. I can drink caffeine. I got tremors. When I move, I'll be falling asleep on the side like this, and my jaw will start going like that. I have a tremor in my hand when I turn, so when I eat food, my hand tremors. It's just like when I raise my eyebrows, they tremor. And then my vision is fucked up, and then I am psychologically completely fucked from 3 years of absolute hell, from psychosis to unbelievable agitation, where it feels like your brain's locked in a box and buried 10 feet underground, and it's like the claustrophobia in your brain, and just a feeling of agony, feeling of brain feeling swollen, no doctors helping, nobody giving the right medication, 1 year on a medication that didn't do anything while my brain just boiled. I'm complaining. Should I be complaining? Yeah, I think I have a right to complain. And I don't give a fuck about what I'm putting on YouTube right now, because they're not paying me shit anyway. I'll put on the suit and tie later. I don't give a fuck right now. Life's just really hard. I'm depressed. I'm anxious. My brain feels fried out. I don't feel well. I don't know what my future holds. I don't know how to interact with people comfortably, because they look weird. In my vision, they look weird, because it's damage to my brain. My occipital lobes or my visual pathways have been affected. But there's hope in treatments like low-level light therapy or hyperbolic chamber therapy or cerebral lysine. That's one I'm very excited about potentially using. Can regenerate neurons and help prevent damage and oxidative stress or whatever. And even normal people who use it without any brain trauma experience huge benefits cognitively. And I'm hoping maybe it might help my vision a little bit. I don't know. That might just be toast, and I just might have to learn to live with it. But it sucks. It's shocking. Like every day looking around, it is a very jarring experience, for sure. Interest rate decision tomorrow. What time is it at? It's probably at 8:30, but I forget. Let me check really quick. Okay, we had retail sales come in today. The forecast was at minus 0.3%. Its actual is 0.1%, so better than expected. Tomorrow we have the Fed interest rate decision. The forecast is a 25 basis point cut, is what we're expecting. And then we'll see the FOMC summary of economic projections. So we'll see their dot plot as far as what we can expect the FOMC members to anticipate as far as interest rate cuts go for the future, which is what the stock market is really hinging on. In my opinion, we'll see probably some neutral stock activity, maybe slightly positive stock market activity for a little bit until the lagging effect of this sustained high period of high interest rates on the economy comes to fruition. And then we might see ourselves enter a small recession. I think if there's a time that we will enter a recession, it's now. Or soon. Not exactly this moment, but soon. Could I be wrong? Yeah. And that's why my portfolio is long stocks and stuff. I'm not buying put options, okay? Because that's how you lose your money, is you buy put options. Put options are just stupid. I mean, if you look back through the history of the stock market, there's more green candles than red candles. Why would you buy put options? You're literally taking away your own edge. Now, people disagree with me. I know there's plenty of traders who make money buying put options, okay? It's totally doable. But I'm just saying you're kind of taking away your edge a little bit when the stock market goes up over the long term. That just means buying calls has an edge, or holding stock has an edge, or holding ETFs has an edge. And so I want to stay long, and then if it dips, get longer. Leverage. That means leaps. That means TQQQ, etc. Still not over allocating, but maybe allocating more than 20% to really take advantage of a possibly an event that happens not very often in a lifetime. Happens a handful of times in a lifetime, and you're not gonna nail it every time. But anyway, I digress. Really, it's all about tomorrow. It's all about tomorrow. Won't be anything else until we see the GDP growth rate on the 26th, and then Fed Chair Jerome Powell will speak on the 26th as well. Of course, we'll have the Fed press conference tomorrow. That'll be 11:30 a.m. That's not Eastern time, is it? No, it's not. You can find all this by going to tradingeconomics.com/calendar. And you can set the country to the United States. You can clear it all and set it to the United States. Set the impact to 3 stars. And you can see important economic stuff that comes up. And it'll pop up live when it's announced what the actual data is. You can also see it on TradingView. But this is just a little bit more organized for me. I like it better that way. So a little mix of what Adam's life is and stocks. Stocks. It's all about stocks. You know what you can also do? Just keep buying. Buy now, buy when it dips, buy when it rises. Just keep buying. Put 10% of your paycheck, 20% of your paycheck into the stock market, into SPY or QQQ or some of your favorite companies, and just keep doing that. You can easily do that and be tremendously successful. There's nothing wrong with that. Especially if you start really putting effort into your professional life and making more money there so that you can put more money in the stock market, and you can see that compound, and the next thing you know, you're retiring with multiple millions of dollars. So that's not a bad strategy, and that's something I haven't been able to do because I haven't had any money. Now, this is just a meandering rant from your boy in the money, and I just love you guys so much. You guys have supported me through this so hard. Just so hard. Like, I post a picture of myself with the chemo going in, I get 4.6 thousand likes, you know, and I post something else, I get 5. It goes to show how much you guys support me in my health, and I appreciate that so much. And some people join the Patreon just to support me in my health, and I appreciate that. This has not been a fun time. It's still not a fun time. I'm not sure when it's going to be a fun time, but I'm going to keep going forward until things settle out, until I find my rhythm and I find out what life is and what things are different and what things are the same and how I can improve and how I can cope and all that kind of stuff. There's there's fucking nothing that can stop me. There's nothing. I've been through hell and I've come back. Like, if I was gonna, end it, like, I would have done it already. There's nothing that can stop me. If some stupid life event happens, it's like peanuts compared to what I've been through, Minus my dog dying, that would really crush me. I love that guy. Okay, that's it. I'll leave you be, and I love you guys very much, each and every one of you in a special and unique way. This is Adam's slightly deranged rant. Peace out. Peace.